everyone, and thank you for being here. We're going to go ahead and get started. I believe that Miss Jessica is still on her way. Mr. Plata should be on Zoom. He's out of state. So today's date is Tuesday, August 11th, and the time is 4:34. Ms. Ana, would you establish quorum, please?
Yes, ma'am. Mayor Nori Garza.
Present.
Councilwoman Marissa Gerlach.
Present.
Councilman Alberto Vela.
Present.
Mayor, we've established quorum. Mayor Pro Tem Ruben Plata is not on Zoom at this time, and we're still waiting on Councilwoman Jessica Ortega.
Okay, thank you. Have we had any conflict of interest submitted?
No.
Okay, we'll move on to presentations, and the first one is a proclamation for, oh, so sorry, I'm forgetting invocation and pledge of allegiance. Okay, so please stand for the pledge and the invocation.
Heavenly Father, as we begin a new school year, we ask your blessings upon all our students, teachers, staff, and families. Grant them wisdom, patience, safety, and success in the year ahead. May our schools be filled with kindness, respect, and opportunities to every student to learn, grow, and achieve their dreams. Bless and protect our entire school community throughout this school year. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to presentations, we have the Tiger Fury Self-Defense Institute World Championship. Congratulations.
I don't know, Mr. Seems how I don't know what your title is, Mr. Garcia. If you all would like to come up as I read the proclamation. Whereas Kaju Kembo is a unique American martial arts founded in 1947 in Honolulu, Hawaii, by a group of dedicated martial artists who combine the discipline of karate, judo, jiu-jitsu, kempo, and Chinese boxing to create an effective system of self-defense. Whereas Kaju Kembo was established on the principles of discipline, respect, integrity, perseverance, and service to others, promoting not only physical fitness, but also strong moral character and personal responsibility. Whereas generations of Kaju Kembo instructors and students have dedicated themselves to teaching valuable life skills, including confidence, self-control, leadership, and respect for others, while fostering safer and stronger communities. Whereas Kaju Kembo was brought to the city of Mission, Texas, soon thereafter by Sing Sung Luis Garcia, who after years of hard work and dedication to the art, developed some of the best fighters and noteworthy martial artists, teachers, masters, and grandmasters. Whereas at the 2026 Open Martial Arts Tournament held in Las Vegas, Nevada in July, Tiger Fury's Mission students received a combined total of 46 world champion gold medals, 25 silver medals, 16 bronze medals, and 11 grand champions for a total of 98 world titles. Now, therefore, we, the City Council of the City of Mission, do hereby congratulate and commend Tiger Fury Kaju Kembo Self-Defense Institute headquarters for their 98 World Championship titles received at the 2026 Open Martial Arts Tournament held in Las Vegas, Nevada, proclaimed on this 11th day of August, 2026.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to accept the proclamation as read. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 3-0. Thank you.
Okay.
And please,
I just want to say thank you for letting us be here. We've been coming here since 2019. We went through 3 mayors already. You know, and I'm so happy to be here. And thanks for this opportunity. It always mission students. We've been doing amazing up there in Vegas, and thank you for letting us be here today.
okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can we have the kids come up? Yeah. Have the kids come up and have them give us their name,
Okay.
please? Each one of you, y'all come in. Come up.
Ángel Polanco Díaz.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah Garcia. My name is Pamela Polanco.
Very good.
Hello, my name is Valerie Soto.
Hello, my name is Julian Perales.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anthony Lopez.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Armando Dominguez.
Hi there.
Hi, my name is Elena Lopez.
Very pretty.
Hi, my name is Ezekiel Lopez. Hi, my name is Evelyn Soto. Hi, my name is Alessandra Gutierrez. Hi, my name is Elisha Taylor Morales.
Thank you.
Felipe Garcia.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Gosita.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's bring on the main here.
Thank you. How you doing?
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, the next item on our agenda is a report from our Mission Economic Development Corporation. Mr. Garcia?
Mayor, Council. I have a little presentation. I'm not sure if it's all the way this up. Okay. Thank you, Mayor. City Council, Tecla Garcia, CEO of the Mission Economic Development Corporation. I am just want to give you a quick report on our activity at the EDC. Really want to put a lot of attention to this first item. This is a small business expo. It's the first one we've ever done in Mission, and this is really to highlight all our small businesses in Mission at the event center on September 16th. Yes, 16 of September at the event center. We hope to have dozens and dozens of small businesses to show off their services and their wares, their products at the Mission Event Center. We have several committed already. We're going to have food trucks from Mission there. We being generously sponsored by Lone Star National Bank as our primary sponsor for this event. Free admission to the public. Our real goal here is connectivity between small businesses and their customers in Mission and around the valley. We produce a lot of good things here in Mission, and a lot of unique things, and from very talented and dedicated small business owners. And this is part of what we want to do at the EDC. You know, our 3 pillars for the EDC are attracting investment, or 4 pillars rather, I'm sorry. Attracting investment, creating jobs, and educating the workforce, but also supporting small businesses. And this is another way for us to showcase small businesses in the Rio Grande Valley, in Mission for the Rio Grande Valley. So we're very proud of this event. We're working it. We hope to bring more attention to it and draw plenty of folks to the event and make it very successful. Several weeks ago, I was able to attend TxDOT's planning conference. This is kind of a wonky conference, really, for all the insiders, the planners, forecasters, engineers, and economic development folks to attend to figure out with TxDOT how they're moving forward on all their biggest plans. So I was able to attend. You can see in one of the pictures, Commissioner Meade is there with some other folks, including the Executive Director, Mark Williams. And that was a really insightful conference. One of the things we're able to tour is a city base in San Antonio on the south side that's drawn billions of dollars in investment, and that was really good to see. Then that particular base, again, with it's the live, work, play, has hotels, stores, commercial and industrial activity, led by the Valley's Leo Gomez, who used to be the VP of Government Affairs for the San Antonio Spurs. So it's really good to see him again. In the near future, as part of our recruitment efforts, as we continue to go out there, we will be in San Luis in October for their expo, their industrial expo, which is a really, really good conference. We've been there about 3 times now. This will be the 4th visit. I think it's starting to pay dividends. The Retail Live Conference is a 1-day retail recruitment event in Austin. Usually several of the developers here, like the Killims and others, are there as well, trying to recruit retail to their areas. So Stephanie, our business development director, and myself and Candace will be attending that. And then September 1st, actually not just September 1st, but later here in August and in September, the Texas Freight Advisory Committee that I'm on will meet in Laredo, and then the TxDOT Board of Trade Advisory Committee will also meet in Laredo. So I'll be attending both of those. Just wanted to drop some knowledge on you from a permit side. I want to thank Javier, our planning director, here for providing these stats. Mayor, I think you've seen some of these, but what we did was we condensed the numbers from 2021 through 2025. Kind of really gives you an eye-opening snapshot into what is happening here in Mission. And so just to kind of break it down for you in terms of development, single-family home permits issued from 2021 through 2025, calendar years, about 400 million. You see 397 up there. So $400 million worth of permits for new single-family homes have been issued in Mission. The last, those in that particular 5-year period. And then for multifamily, in the same period, 2021 through 2025, 88 million. But about 64 million of those 88 was just the last 2 years. So 21 and 22 didn't have much, 23 a little bit, but 24 and 25, but really blew it out of the water. And then in commercial permits, we had about 80 million through 21 through 25. And then I'll just get your attention to, for this year to date, or the first 6 months of 2026, in single family homes, that's $53 million worth of permits that have been issued. That would potentially put us at more than $100 million by the end of the year, which is a really high number for us. And then multifamily, about on track, 16 million, put us over 30 million for the year. For so far, was 16 million so far, then 32 million for the year if we win on that, continue that pace. And then the permits issued for commercial, 13.6. But what you'll see in that permit is some of the bigger projects that we just inaugurated, but maybe their permits haven't been pulled yet. And that's like Zerluma, the aluminum company, which is $50 million. So if you look to your right on that shot, you'll see that 21 through 25 on permit value was 855 million. That's how many permits, how much worth in permits we issued for all kind of projects for that 5-year period. And then for 2026, just this first 6 months, January through June, it's $140 million for permits. And if you add all that together, we're at somewhere close to $1 billion. I think it was like 995. So we rounded that up to $1 billion. So even on the housing activity, Mayor, Council, you'll see that we're on pace to break records here in Mission. And that goes against the grain because of the tariffs that are out there, slowing down trade. Also, as y'all know, the workforce has been impacted by raids, and that has especially hard hit the construction industry. But despite all that, we're still having really, really good year this year. So I think that speaks to Mission's resiliency. It speaks to the demand for people who want to be in Mission, right? And so we take that to heart, and we're studying the numbers to see how we can help continue this wave of prosperity. So look at it this way. I mean, Mission the last 5.5 years is $1 billion city in terms of construction and readiness. So we're really proud of that. And we think that we're setting the right tone and creating the right atmosphere for this to develop. It's just a work for it snapshot. I'll let y'all read that later. But just wanted to mention those few things as part of our report. And if there's any questions, I'm glad to take them.
I don't have any questions, do you?
Thank you.
No.
Okay,
All right.
thank you, great
You're welcome.
report. Thank you. Okay, next item is citizens' participation. Ms. Ana, has anyone signed up?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay.
We departmental reports.
Yes. The departmental reports were in our packets. Are there any questions or concerns?
I'll
Or
make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the departmental reports as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 3-0. The next item is announcements. JP?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I have a couple of announcements. Tomorrow we are having a town hall property taxes information session provided by Lineberger attorneys and also the tax assessors and appraisal district. It's going to be tomorrow here in this very room from 5:30 to 7:30. Also, we're having our national night out on Thursday from 6:30 to 9:30 at our Mission Event Center. That's all I have, Mayor.
That's all you have? Okay. Andy, anything?
Nothing on my end. Thank you, Mayor.
All right. That's all.
Nothing.
All right, I don't have any comments either, so we'll move on to the next item. And that is our public hearing. First item is a conditional use permit. No, it's a rezoning.
Mayor, City Council, good evening. The first item is a rezoning request from Neighborhood Commercial District to Townhouse Residential District. It's at the southwest corner of 2.5 Street and Glasscock Road. Right now it's all neighborhood commercial. The property owner is interested in developing some townhouses in the property. There used to be a business there that got demolished, so that building is no longer there. It's a survey of the property, photo from 2.5 Street, photo from Glasscock. And the comprehensive plan calls for low density residential, but there are apartments across the street. Staff recommends approval. PNC recommended approval. There was no opposition from the surrounding property owners. There is a subdivision that is later on your agenda that they're asking for a variance. So the applicant is asking for you to not vote on this item until after.
Okay,
Yes. But we can proceed with the public hearing,
okay,
and then if we could postpone the vote until.
okay, all right. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay, there being no one, I will move on to item number 6.
Item number 6 is a conditional use permit for a home occupation for the sale of firearms at 2705 Nicole Avenue. This item will require a supermajority vote. Is Councilwoman Ortega?
She's supposed to be here,
So
but
we want to
postpone
postpone
it.
it till later.
Yes, we'll
Yes.
move on to the,
And Mayor, I know that Ms. Jessica said she was going to be running a little late. I mean, I'm not sure if maybe this is something we can come back to just in case she comes through.
right, we'll wait on her. So we'll move on to item number 7.
It's a conditional use permit to allow a portable building for office use at 1612 West Business Highway 83. This is on the north side of Business 83, just west of Washington Avenue, for a proposed new business, which is used auto sales. And so that's a photo of the property with the portable building in the back. And that's a rendering provided by the applicant of what the business will look like. I met with the applicant about the concrete skirt around the building, no objections. They're happy to do that. So we're recommending a 2-year approval with no renewals like we've been doing for the other portable buildings.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay, there being none, is there any questions for staff or a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented, and that would be ordinance number 5847. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 3-0. Next item.
It's also a conditional use permit to allow a portable building for the EMS. And this is at 511 West 11th Street, kind of in the middle of a neighborhood. That's the building. I met with the applicants, also no objections to the concrete skirt around the base of the building. Same recommendation, 2 years with no renewals.
Okay, is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to the request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay, are there any questions for staff?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as presented, and that would be ordinance number 5848. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 3-0.
Conditional use permit renewal for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages for the Hampton Inn and Suites on Victoria Drive. A very nice venue here in Mission. And since we haven't had any issues at this place, we're recommending life of the use permit with the understanding it could be revoked.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? Okay, there being none.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
There is a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit as requested. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that's ordinance number, I'm sorry, Ms. Anna? 5849. 5849. Okay. Next item.
It's a conditional use permit renewal for a bar and for the sale and on-site consumption of alcoholic beverages for the Ice House. This is at the corner of Francisco and 8th Street. Zoning is commercial. Aerial photo, floor plan, photos of the building, the courtyard, and the interior. The incident report, the The red line shows the incidents after the last approval, which was in October of last year. And they're all minor incidents. This is the previous ordinance that established some limitations on live music outside. These are photos that were provided by Ms. Alinas in opposition to the conditional use permit request with violations. So she provided several photos for your review. Staff is recommending a 1-year permit. Also, I checked with the police chief, and he's also in favor of this recommendation. There's a lot of conditions, security officer requirements based on our new ordinance. The applicant is requesting for a change to the live music outside to be allowed Monday to Friday from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. instead of Fridays and Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. There was opposition during the Planning and Zoning Commission meeting with concerns about noise and traffic, and based on that, the board recommended denial to the conditional use permit.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request? Please state your name and address for the record.
My name is Stephanie Casas. I live at 324 East 8th Street here in Mission.
Okay.
All right, I wanted to speak about with the live music being played outside. I live very close by, and the noise has become a serious issue for my family. Right now, my son and my mother couldn't make it. My son is sick. It has been difficult for us to, sleep during the day. Well, as far as for me, because I do work graveyard 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So the music outside has affected me during my sleeping hours. I do have an elderly mother at home who is affected by the noise and needs a peaceful environment. Like I mentioned, I do work graveyards, so I sleep during the day. This has been very difficult enough, and having loud music outside during the day makes it extremely hard for me to get rest. I need to get before to go to work. I understand that you're running a business and that you want to provide live entertainment, but however, it's best, live music inside, not outside, where there is residents that live around the area.
Is it? Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor or in opposition?
Good afternoon. Maria Cerpeña Salinas, 709 Oblate. Since June the 16th, this is the third time we come in. On June the 16th, we brought 3 children and 3 adults, and the children were telling us the headaches. They get home after school, the music, the traffic, they want to take a rest, they want to play, they want to do the homework, and they said, we have headaches. One of the things right now, me as an educator, after COVID, there's been a lot of mental issues, and a lot of children have been either dropping out or not doing good in school. We don't want anything to affect the education of our children. The future are our kids, and we understand that the Winter Texans want to come in, but I grew up in this area. And the Ice House was grandfathered an Ice House store, never a bar, never a cantina with outside music. Our parents would not allow that. There's a parking capacity for 12 only, 3 for the workers and 3 for handicapped. So the inside, according to Mr. Cervantes, capacity is 360. That makes absolutely no sense at all. What happens to the other parking? They park inappropriately. Then who checks the daily attendance? Do they have a security? And we had discussed this in one of the meetings, that they had to have security officers outside. Now, somebody wrecked into my neighbor's house. Y tienen miedo venir a hablar. They're afraid to talk because they said, nobody listens to us because we don't speak English. Well, ma'am, you need to learn English, but they came to the police. They came over here y no les hicieron caso para nada. So then the Peñas were here many times, and Mr. Peña said we thought, and Mr. Peña said, I talked to the mayor, and that they're not gonna be parking in my area. Well, he put 3 signs, they took the signs off, you even have some in the pictures. Y anda bien agüitado the Peña family. He had a heart attack. He says they're so abusive, they're so insensitive, and they have no consideration for my property or the neighborhood. Environmental factors, they're being wrongfully affected. Now, this street, if you go to the east side of the street, it's lacking. And I had talked to Mr. JP. I said, why is le faltó algo? Because the cars are just parking on top of the sidewalks, and they're taking where handicapped people on the wheelchairs or the walkers or the families with their babies, they can't even walk in the sidewalks because their clients are parked there. So even if you put signs on the fence, they take them off, and they've run into the fence, so absolutely no respect or consideration. Now, on the east side across the road, the sidewalk isn't right. They need to be they have to be cement barriers, like all the streets. On the west side, you all don't even have sidewalks. Where do the kids walk after school? In the street? And we had talked last time about having police towers parked where the illegal parking is in the Peñas. Well, the police towers never showed. This item needs to be tabled until the street is fixed, and we're against any outside music. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay. Excuse me, we're done with your comments.
Yeah, but I don't need anybody saying you lie.
No, it's Esther. We're gonna move on with the comments.
Well,
it's okay. Everybody, please calm down.
thank you.
Yes. Okay. Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor or in opposition?
Hello, Mayor and City Council. My name is Daisy Reyes. I reside at 714 North Francisco Avenue, which is 2 houses down from the Ice House on the same street. And I, as manager and event coordinator of the Ice House, I can assure you that there has not been any outdoor music in the past 18 months, this is what we've been dealing with. Another thing, there's no noise. There is a lot of traffic, but the traffic's not just necessarily coming from there. I live right there. I see cars passing by really fast, loud music. There's one specific Tahoe that passes by with very loud music. I don't know who they are. I know where they live, down the street, but I don't know who they are. Now, the music, the traffic, the music hasn't been any at all. Traffic, we can't help that. That's out of our control. It's a busy street, it is. But there has been no outdoor music, and there is no noise. Because I'm 2 houses down. I'm renting an older home that's a frame home. Believe me, the train is way louder. And it's okay. There's absolutely no noise at all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to speak? Your name and address for the...
My name is Joe Salinas, and I live at 3305 San Nicolas in Mission. And I just want to talk on behalf of the Ice House. I moved here to Mission many years ago and lived actually near the Ice House prior to when I moved away. And I just want to say that every time I've been there, and especially in the last 18 months, there has not been any music outside. The owners have always placed the music inside. And it's been a really wholesome place to go, especially with the Winter Texans that I play golf with and go there. The problem is, I think, there's been a lot of allegations leveled of serious issues like, prostitution, things I've seen on Facebook that I thought, I've never seen that, and those allegations are serious. And they could be, they might even be legally actionable. If there's been incidents that have been documented and adjudicated to those particular issues, then I could see that might be a problem. But if there has not been, then those kind of allegations are really hurtful to businesses, and they really should not be leveled without any documentation or any proof of these things. Now, as far as the traffic and the parking, like the young lady said before me, that, you can't help that. But the issues with the sidewalk and thing, that seems to be a city issue and not a owner of the bar issue. So I just don't see all of these things coming out of this particular individual, Ms. Salinas. So I'm here to say that I think the ice caps should remain open, and the owners have complied with the music indoors, and it's been around for 40, 50 years, and there's been children that lived in that area for 40, 50 years these complaints have never been leveled. So I just don't see it. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Your name and address, please.
My name's Elaine Sturgeon. I live at 107 Kimberly here in Mission. Of course, I'm here to support the Ice House. But particularly, I would like to focus on the Winter Texans. They're part of this community too. And they always have been, historically. For 30 years that I've been involved, they are part of this community for part or all of the winter. They're landowners, they're homeowners, and they enjoy being part of this community. And part of that is the Ice House and the outdoor music. I mean, I'm hoping that we can get this resolved so that they can start having the outdoor music again. I understand the late night music is no, but 3 to 6 in the afternoon, which is usually when they have it, or early evening, 6 to 9, and they don't have bands that do rap or hip hop. They do bands that us older people enjoy. Country, the oldies, and Tejano. Everybody enjoys those. And I just, they're so much a part of the community, the Winter Texans. I'm speaking from experience. We came to the Valley, we came to Mission because my husband's folks were Winter Texans. That's how we got here. And we stayed here because we love it. You know, Mission is a friendly, welcoming, safe place to live. And that's why people keep coming back. So I hope you will reconsider the ban that you put on the Ice House for their outdoor music, because it historically has been a place for Winter Texans to go as a community, to meet and greet their friends that come from other states every winter. It's a community gathering place, if you will. And it always has been. And I think it should stay that way, because there's really no reason for it to not be that way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to come forward and speak? Please state your name and address.
Robert Galligan, 1201 West Chalkville, McAllen. So I have a little bit to say. I don't want to leave anything out, so I hope you don't mind that I wrote it down.
That's okay.
So I'll make it quick. Okay, about 18 months ago, during our 2-year reinstatement period evaluation, we were expecting our permit to be extended for life, or at least a permanent period. Then out of nowhere, someone stood up in front of the city council and made ridiculous claims about our business. 2 of the more serious claims included saying that the Ice House is involved in selling cocaine and that we have white women who prostitute themselves outside of our property. I actually laughed out loud, not believing what I was hearing. Apparently, though, some at the meeting took her unfounded claim seriously, and since then we've had various restrictions placed on us, and now we are here hoping just to stay in business. Needless to say, I'm not laughing anymore. When we bought the business, almost 4 years ago, there was afternoon music outside on the patio 3 or 4 days a week from 3 to 6. There were no complaints from anyone, not even Esther. Because of the current restrictions, we have now gone about 18 months without music outside. As a business that makes over half of its revenue during winter Texan season, it's been crushing to us financially. But we aren't just a winter Texan hangout. We're a place where much of the community gathers. A place where many people have told me that they used to come with their parents and even their grandparents. Anything from Dallas Cowboy games to benefit barbecues for customers that need a helping hand. The last benefit barbecue we had not too long ago, we sold over 1,000 plates to people in the neighborhood. And it was our customers who cooked all night and served all day to help their friend in need. These are good people, and we're proud to have that type of people as customers. So, we also have a wonderful catering service that works out of the building. In fact, I just found out today that he was named, Carlos here was named the #1 catering business in Mission for 2025. And we have a grill that serves food every day. There's multiple businesses to either side of us. A new tire shop just opened last year right next to us. And tire shops are not the quietest businesses either, but I don't see Esther trying to shut them down. At the last P&B meeting, we had a thumbs up from both the P&Z director and the police chief. We were voted down anyway because a slide was shown saying that we have 5 police incidents in the last 6 months. Without even asking about the nature of the incidents or knowing anything about our business, our permit was denied. I wasn't aware of the incidents, so I requested, through the Freedom of Information, I requested a 6-month report from the city. Turns out there were only 3 incidents, and more importantly, if Esther, for example, calls the police claiming anything and the police show up and find absolutely nothing, it still gets listed as an incident. And that looks very bad for us. We've had numerous times over the past year where the police show up because of a call only to find nothing going on. The officers are just as confused as we are when they show up. To have the P&Z board disapprove of us because of this doesn't seem fair at all. I could have any business in town shut down just by making some phone calls if that's the way it works. The city could only find 3 incidents over the last 6 months, not 5. So the bottom line is, I feel like we're being targeted based on ridiculous claims made by one person alone. We have nice people at the P&Z board making decisions about the future of our business based on false claims. And I doubt if any of them have ever been to our establishment. I hope some of that makes sense. And I'm sorry if I sound frustrated, but I am a little frustrated. Thank you, though.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Right, because I looked at it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, all right. Thank you. We'll take one more comment.
Hi, how y'all doing? My name is Charlie Garcia, 203 Thornwood. I live here in Mission. Just wanted to make it real quick. Some of you know I'm a musician. I've been playing for a long time. I see bars come and go all the time. It's what I do. I observe a lot when I'm there, and just wanted to address some of the allegations again about the Ice House. There are many versions of us as we grow as human beings. There are many versions of bars as they grow as businesses. This is by far the best version of the Ice House I've seen, and it really bothers me as a musician and someone from our community to have their wings clipped a little bit by not allowing the outside music and for us to flourish and come together. That's all I really have to say about that, and just wanted to try Bobby's point home. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. May I have everyone that's here in support of the conditional use permit, please stand. Okay. All right, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Cervantes, can we get some clarification on what exactly the request is? Because I see conflicting information on our write-up.
Yes, so what we have in the list of conditions is following what was approved the last time, last October, which was, if I can have the list of conditions in the screen, please, which was it was last time in October, the council established a limitation on the live music outside to Fridays and Saturdays from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. The applicant has requested a change to be Mondays and through Fridays from 2 p.m. to there it is. So the applicant is requesting for that limitation on the live music outside to be Monday through Fridays from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m.
Instead of Fridays and
Instead of-
Saturdays from
yes.
12 to 9.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what the applicant is requesting.
Is that the only change on this list?
That's the only change, yes.
Okay.
And so we're recommending approval for 1 year. We may evaluate the situation again in 1
And
year.
you do have a maximum occupancy of 150, is that correct?
Yes, and that's before 8 p.m. After 8 p.m., they want to limit themselves to 60 because of our licensed security officer
Okay.
requirement.
So that's a self-imposed?
Self-imposed.
Okay. All right, any questions? Any other questions, comments?
So the new time would be 2 to 7, Monday through Friday on the music?
On the live music outside,
So on Friday, or Saturday and Sunday, there's no music?
only inside.
Go ahead.
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the renewal of the conditional use permit with the live music outside Monday through Friday from 2 to 7 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, is only
Yeah.
inside.
Correct.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve the conditional use permit with the change on the times for music outside, and that would be Monday to Friday from 2 to 7. No music outside on Saturdays and Sundays. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 3-0. Okay, Ms. Jessica still is not here, so what do we do about that item that we need the super majority?
We're gonna have to either table it or we can wait till the end of the meeting.
Okay.
Wait till the end of the meeting, keep
We'll-
pushing it.
Okay, we'll wait till the end of the meeting then.
Okay.
For now, that is the end of our public hearing. Thank you all for being here. We'll move on to consent agenda. And consent agenda is items 11 through 32. And we are actually pulling item number 22, and we'll have no action on that item. Is that correct? Ye- I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
That item that was being tabled until, I guess, the end of the meeting, the
Yes.
public hearing, there are people here who are here to speak publicly
Yes.
in opposition of it, so I just want to make sure that we're still going to get
You
heard.
you will have the option to speak.
Thank you.
We'll still have the public hearing. We may not be able to vote.
All right.
Yes, okay.
It's going to be later towards the end of the meeting when our other councilwoman arrives.
Yes, we have to wait on our fourth person. If we had Mr. Plata on Zoom, we'd be able to take that vote, but since we don't have our fourth person.
Jessica, she's exiting on Brian, so it shouldn't be
Okay,
too long.
okay, great. So it'll be done shortly. Thank you. Thank you for your patience. So back to consent agenda. Those items are not including item number 22 that we will not be taking action on today. Okay, may I have a motion to take no action on 22?
Mayor, I make a motion to take no action on item number 22 in the consent agenda.
Okay, there's a motion and a second.
Second.
To not to take action on item number 22. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, So on our consent agenda, which is items 11 through 32, is there a motion?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the consent agenda items 11 through 32, with the exception of item 22.
Okay, there's a motion.
Second.
And a second to approve the consent agenda items as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. And Ms. Anna, can you go through the ordinance numbers on that?
Yes, ma'am. Item number 13 would have resolution 2075. Item number 14, ordinance 5852. And item number 24, resolution 2076.
2036, okay. Thank you very much. We'll move on to item 33. Mr. Cervantes.
This is a subdivision that goes with the rezoning. Your rezoning case, this is a proposed subdivision for townhouses at the corner of 2.5 Street and Glasscock. So they're proposing 6 lots for townhouses at the corner there, but they are requesting a variance to the lot frontage from 25 to 20. They're meeting the requirements for area, but they're asking for a variance to the lot frontage to allow one more lot in the subdivision.
Okay. Are there any questions or comments? Is there a motion?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the variance on the 25-foot proposed habitable adobe subdivision, item number 33.
Okay.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the variance as requested. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 3-0.
And now we have the rezoning that was, the vote for the rezoning was postponed until after the,
Okay.
yes, so if we could go back to the rezoning for a vote, please.
Okay. And that was item
Number 5.
Item number 5. So this item, we did have the public hearing, and it is a rezoning request from C12 to R1T. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the rezoning request as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, and that is ordinance number,
Well, we'll give it 5851 because I kind of jumped the gun on the other one.
okay, 5851?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay. All right, now, item number 34.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council, Co-City Managers. Item number 34 is a discussion and possible action on matters related to the acceptance of a grant award from the Texas General Land Office for the Disaster Recovery Reallocation Program in the amount of $2 million with a 10% cash match requirement in respect to a budget amendment. The City of Mission received notice of award from the Texas General Land Office for the DRRP program. The project will support approximately 1 mile of street improvements along Holland Avenue from Expressway 83 to 9th Street, including portions of Bettis Street, Walsh Street, and First Street. These roadways were identified as significantly impacted during the 2018 flood event, and the proposed improvements will enhance roadway conditions, improve mobility, and increase safety for residents and the traveling public. The total project award again is $2 million with the required 10% local cash match in the amount of $200,000. Staff and City Manager recommending approval.
Okay. Are there any questions or motion?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to accept the grant award of $2 million from our Texas General Land Office for the Disaster Recovery Reallocation Program for the improvements along Holland Road.
Thank you, Mayor.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries 3-0. And congratulations, Michael.
Thank you.
That's great news to hear, $2 million grant for our city. So thank you. Next item.
Item number 35, Chief Torres, Mission PD, Mayor and Council, good evening. Discussion and possible action on matters related to the denial of implementation of speed hump in the area of 1708 East 21st Street in accordance with the City of Mission Code of Ordinance, Division 5 Speed Humps, Section 110-351. We did meet with the Traffic Safety Committee, and they recommended denial on this speed bump request.
Okay. Are there any questions? Hello. For the record, Ms. Jessica has joined us. Thank you. No, that's okay.
It's first day of school, so.
No,
it's-
oh, gosh, yes, no.
It's one of those days.
Thank you. Okay. Are there any questions or comments on this item?
The staff and city managers recommend approval on the traffic safety committee. What was the reasoning behind that?
On the denial, there was, we did about 75 vehicles, and about 1 out of the 75 were speeders, so we did not see a problem with speeders at that location.
Would you like to have this kind of revisited?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I would do that the same. I would like to table this item, if that's okay.
I'll make a motion to table.
Okay.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to table the item number 35. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. We'll see it next time.
Item number 36, discussion and possible action on matters related to authorization of the implementation of, as a city request speed bump in the area of 20th Street between Conway and Holland in accordance to the City of Mission Code of Ordinances, Division 5, speed humps, 110-351.
All right. Are there any questions?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay.
Number 6.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to approve the item number 36 related to the authorization for the implementation of a city requested speed bump at 20th Street between Conway and Holland. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously, 4-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next item. Can we do, you want to do that? Okay. Yes.
For item number 22, are you tabling it, or was there no action? What was no action?
There was no action, is what we did, and so it'll come back at the next meeting. Yes, it's basically the same thing as tabling it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I just wanted to get a report with regards to item number 22 before you guys move forward or anything like that. It shouldn't take no more than 30 seconds of your time. As a current provider for your sludge management.
Yes, it's actually not a public hearing.
But it's in regards to that specific line item, which you can discuss.
Yes, in order to discuss that item, you would have had to sign up for citizen comments. But what we can do, no, it's no problem. And what we can do is administration, we can meet up with you afterwards so we can make sure to discuss it. No, of course, yeah, no, we'll make sure to talk to you about it. Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so now we're going to move to the public hearing for item
Number 6.
6. Yes.
So it's a conditional use permit for the sale of firearms at 2705 Nicole Avenue. But in this case, the applicant has explained he already has the ATF license for his shooting range over there in Moorfield Road. He just wants to change the address of his license to his home address. But the applicant has explained he has no intentions of selling guns from the house, either in person or online, and not to conduct any training from the house, and also to not have any inventory. That's the aerial photograph of the property, zoning, photo of the applicant's house. We did get a petition in opposition with concerns about a business in the neighborhood with a lot of different concerns, and it was signed by 41 people. And that's the map that shows who signed the petition 200 feet and 400 feet around the applicant's property. And the calculations is almost 72% within 200 feet and 37% within 400 feet. So this triggers a supermajority vote of the council for this to be approved. Staff is recommending approval for 1 year with a condition that he sign an affidavit stating that he's not going to sell any firearms from the house, and also an affidavit that there will be no training, no traffic, or public gatherings on site at the residence at any time, which the applicant already did. So that's the affidavit that he already signed. He added that he agrees not to have any inventory of firearms or ammunition for sale purposes. PNC recommended approval based on conditions number 6 and 7.
Okay, but there's a number 8, isn't there?
Well, the number 8 will be that there will be no inventory
Oh, okay.
of ammunition and
Okay.
firearms for sales purposes.
Okay.
That could be number 8.
Okay. Is there anyone here that would like to speak in favor or in opposition to this request?
Mayor, City Council, thank you. My name is Gracie Reina, and I live in the neighborhood. I'm one of the neighbors just actually catty corner to the house. We have a strong concern, 41 people, and that was just the people we could get notice to fast enough, that have a concern, not just because of the sale of the firearms. I understand what he's saying, but there are other ways to achieve that. You can get a P.O. box, you can get your mail there. If that's all he's trying to accomplish is get your mail at his house for the business, get a P.O. box. But everything we're seeing in the neighborhood seems to indicate that that garage is being converted into an area that can be used with a door for business, which means he's operating a business in a residential area. Whether there's neighborhood firearms being sold out of there, that's one thing. The fact that he signed an affidavit, who's going to police that? Never mind that the permit itself has not been reworded. That permit itself says for this conditional use for the sale of firearms out of his house. If that's not what he intends to do, then why does that permit say that? 2, this is setting a precedent in our neighborhood to allow all these people to have and run a business out of a residential area. The deed covenants for our neighborhood, people who bought their homes and have lived there. I've been one of the longest standing residents of that neighborhood. I was one of the first houses built when there was nobody else. And myself and all my neighbors, many of whom who couldn't be here today, some of whom who could, because of business or other reasons could not be here, but they all signed off on that petition. They all have the same concerns. We're setting a precedent to open up our neighborhood to be basically commercially zoned. The next person's gonna wanna run a daycare, which they've already tried. Next person's gonna wanna run a taqueria. I mean, this is a residential area. We wanted to live there so we could live there. I'm a business person. I don't run a business out of my house. I don't receive mail there. We rent a place in a commercially zoned area where we conduct business, as does my neighbor. We know all the issues that could happen. No, who's going to police that signing an affidavit means nothing. Not that I am doubting his word, not that I am doubting his credibility. I'm concerned, and so are all the other people here, about the precedent it is setting. We're slowly turning this into a neighborhood that nobody wants to live in because everybody's just doing whatever they want, and the next person is going to want to run another type of business, and then another one, and increase traffic. There's no police. I don't have any problem with people having firearms in their homes, but we're asking for them to pass a permit that is specifically worded for the sale of firearms out of his home, and that has not been changed. And I'll let my...
And please state your name and address.
Good afternoon. My name is Delinda Garcia, and I live in that neighborhood. I live 2 houses to the west of where they're requesting the conditional use permit, and I'm thoroughly opposed to it. There's no reason to have that type of a business in that neighborhood. I bought my home 22 years ago. My home, as everyone else's home there in that neighborhood, is our biggest investment, and we do not want the sale of firearms. We do not want any type of business there. I'm a businesswoman. I rent a business, an office in Edinburgh, because I can't run my business out of my home. So we're thoroughly opposed. You saw the petition. You saw all the neighbors that are against it. Unfortunately, your 4:30 meetings do not allow other people to attend because everybody works till 5 and they just don't have the time to get off of work or the ability to get off of work to attend these meetings, to be able to publicly voice their opposition. We do not believe that that's the right thing to do in that neighborhood. We do not believe that you are equipped to monitor the 1 year that you're going to give the conditional use permit to be able to make sure that he's in compliance. I don't think you're going to go over there once a week or once a month to check and make sure that he's in compliance, or are you? Who's gonna check for compliance?
It would be code enforcement.
You do?
No, it would be code enforcement.
I'm sorry?
It's a department that's under Mr. Cervantes.
And they're gonna go
basically.
over there and check it?
I can't say.
You can't tell me, that's right, and neither can we.
Right.
And that's the reason that we have that problem. If you, who run the city, can't answer my question, then how can I rest at ease, and the rest of my neighbors rest at ease, that it's only going to be for the sale of weapons? Besides, at the last hearing that we had, he testified or stated on the record that he had a business where he trains. Why doesn't he get his permits there, or whatever, his mail, or whatever he's gonna do? Why doesn't he get it there? He's already got the business. Why would he wanna bring that business to his home if he's already got a business somewhere else? It doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is there anyone else that would like to speak?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. My name is Dr. Jerry Pena. I live at 2705 Nicole Drive. And first of all, I wanted to address the opposition in regards to their concerns. That affidavit, I did mention all the concerns that they did have as far as safety is concerned with children, the streets being flooded with extra traffic, which I don't have control over that. The business, there is no business, and I keep saying that. I have a private security business, but everything I do is at a firing range. There is no other training or anything else I do at home other than paperwork. I do work from home. I work for a nonprofit organization that serves veterans. And my wife also works from home. She's the therapist, is a licensed clinical social worker. So that office that you see in my garage, that's where I operate out of primarily. I do have an office in West Loco also, but that's not for my business. That's for the nonprofit organization that I work with. So when it comes to what the opposition is saying, these are assumptions that are being said. You know, when I talk to my neighbors as well, the narrative that is being put out there is very different as to saying that I'm starting a business, that I have firearm sales, that it's unsafe. You know, that's a narrative that's being painted. But in reality, that's not true. You know, what I'm doing there is simply receiving my mail. And to say that currently I do have my FFL and it's out in Moorfield, that's a ranch. I gotta go 20, 30 plus miles just to go get my mail. And I don't wanna have to do that when I can receive it in my own home. Again, with clarifying that I'm not gonna have a business out of my home. I'm not selling firearms out of my home or online. And I don't have an inventory other than my personal use firearms that I have, which everybody in the state of Texas and the Second Amendment right allows you to have. So that's currently where I'm at. And I think I've addressed everything that the opposition had a concern for. Other than that, that's pretty much all I have.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Is there anyone else that would like to speak in favor or in opposition? I can give you 30 seconds if that's okay. Yes.
Obviously, Mayor, City Council, men and women, I thank you for your time. And if we don't, obviously, we're in opposition. We don't want to set this precedent. We're opening up the door to everybody else in the neighborhood running a business out of their home. Now, at the very least, we believe that that wording should be changed and the conditional use permit needs to be clarified. Because it says one thing and he says another, and I believe him, but that's not what the permit is for. So then what is, if you grant that, then what's gonna keep them from opening up a business to sell firearms?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
Mayor, I have
you have a
of
question?
questions, but
Yes.
I also would, yes, I have a couple of questions for you. How are you, sir? Good.
Great, thank you.
So I know that in the city, Mayor, we've had several of these requests already done. I don't know if it's possible that we could possibly take no action today and possibly, if we can, talk about it so that we can allow our residents and everybody to be on the same page when it comes to something like this. Because I do know that we've already approved several, I just don't know how many that is in our city. And is there limits to that?
I'm not aware of any limits to these types of requests. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
We did process one a few months ago that was similar, where the applicant explained that she was trying to set up a shooting range in the county, and so she was pursuing the conditional use permit to get the ATF license.
Right.
With that affidavit, the neighborhood was happy with the affidavit that the applicant proposed, and so because the neighborhood opponents were okay with the affidavit, the conditional use permit was approved. But that's not the case
Right here.
for this case.
So, just to be clear, and then I just have a couple of comments. So there is already a license in place, is that correct?
Correct. He's
And
trying
the-
to change his address from his shooting range in Moorefield
Yes.
to his home in Norton.
So there's a difference between a mailing address and a physical address, right? So is currently, is that the same address? Do you know?
Yes, so he has his existing license and it's to his address on Moorefield Road,
So
where he
it's-
has his shooting range
So it's both the physical address and the mailing address at this
for
time?
his license, for
And
his
so what he's
existing
trying
license.
to do is change the mailing address for his license.
Correct.
So the purpose for this conditional use permit is just to receive mail?
Correct. But ATF requires a letter from the city saying that the city has no objections to him getting his ATF license address moved to his house. We cannot give him such a letter until we go through this process.
Mayor, I have one other thing. I know that one of the residents came up and said something about something being moved in some type of letter. What is she requesting on that? The change on that?
The wording, I guess.
The wording,
Yes,
what is the
because-
wording? How is it right now and how would they like it
Because
to say?
it's for it's a home occupations for sales, for the sale of guns. Because that's the only way we can process this, right? But he's telling us that he's not planning to sell, even though like.
I have a question. By changing the address, does that then allow firearms to be mailed to that address? It does? Okay, thank you.
So we cannot change the wording to accommodate the neighbors and accommodate him? in
So
some-
I believe that the concerns are being addressed by placing conditions in the ordinance. So you have the condition number 6 and number 7, and then we could add condition number 8 about the ammunition. So you can add conditions to the ordinance to address the concerns of the neighborhood, which was done in the previous case, and that's what's being proposed for this case. So there's a condition, no sale of firearms in person or online at any time, no trainings at the house at any time, and then the last condition, no ammunition of firearms or ammunition for sales purposes at any time. So those are the proposed conditions in the
Or
ordinance.
inventory?
Inventory, correct.
So where would the, so this business does sell?
No, he just does training.
He just does training. He does
Correct.
not sell at any time.
So when the items get mailed to this house, then he's gonna take it to somewhere else?
Rents per person.
Oh, I get it. So how would the wording be changed to?
If I can have the list of conditions in the screen, please. So you have the list there to allow the conditional use permit, and you have several conditions. So one, number 6, that no sales be allowed out of the house at any time, in person or online. You have the condition, no training of any kind or public gatherings. So that will be a condition in the ordinance. And then number 8, no inventory of firearms or ammunition for sales purposes. So you're basically putting a lot of restrictions on the conditional use permit. We're recommending 1 year, so in 1 year we're going to reevaluate the situation. And PNC recommended approval.
Okay, well, I'm not comfortable with the, because the request is, and I'm gonna read it. It says, conduct a public hearing and consideration of a conditional use permit for a home occupation for the sale of firearms. So that is what's before us right now.
Correct. Because that's the only way we can process the request.
But we're not allowing it.
It's a difficult situation. But that's the only way. That's the only way we can.
It kind of doesn't make sense, and I'm sorry that I'm not understanding this, because the conditional use permit is to sell firearms, but one of the conditions is that he doesn't sell firearms, so it doesn't make sense.
I know, yeah. But that's the only way we can process the request. Yeah, because he needs a letter from the city saying that it's okay for him to have his license mail go to his house. I cannot give him that letter until we go through this process.
Well, there has to be other options.
Did you speak to the city attorney to see if there's?
No, it's the first time we run into this situation. The previous case from 3 months ago, the affidavit took care of the problem. We can table the item and discuss it with the attorney and see if we can come up with a possible solution.
Mayor, I'm more comfortable with doing that.
I'm not comfortable approving it as.
Or you can just deny. Or you can just deny the request.
And now, if we deny the request, what are the appeal options?
No, if you deny the request, the applicant has to continue having to pick up his correspondence in his ranch property. So it's just a convenience.
Or rent a PO box.
Yeah. So you can just deny the request and, based on the neighborhood opposition.
And so if we table the item, right, the same item is gonna come back as it's stated here. And the request is for the sale of firearms.
Correct.
I think we're gonna get some comments. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor, member of the council. So I think the problem that you're running into regarding the language and what's being requested is that the way that AFT permit works is the operational of the business itself, and that is to sell firearms. That's what it allows them to do, which is why it's worded the way it is, because the type of license he has from that agency is for that purpose. So it does not mean that we can restrict our own rules over the type of permit he's requesting from the agency. So yes, the reason the agency wants the wording the way it is, that it's for the sale of firearms, is because that's what he can legally do based on that type of license that he has. However, because they're applying for it here in the city, we can impose our own rules. So although it is sort of an oxymoron in that we are applying for a sale of arms permit but not permitting sales, both can exist at the same time, because what we're saying is we're allowing your type of business permit, which you get from AFT, to operate in the city, but with our conditions. And that's why both can exist at the same time. Yes, it would come back just the same way.
Yes.
I hope that answers
Yes.
the
I mean,
question.
Yes, it does, but it just reinforces my thought that
Yes.
we're approving. If we were to approve this conditional use permit, we're approving the sale of firearms. However, we are putting a condition
Not to
that
sell
says-
firearms.
And so then it would be
That's
up to
correct.
the city to
enforce it
oversee
and oversee it.
enforce. But if we already think that there are no firearms being sold, what would we do?
Right, so
Yes.
you are correct. We would be putting our own conditions, and our own conditions would have to be monitored by our code enforcement department. So to the extent that it's up to us to enforce our own rules, you're right. The permit we are approving is essentially the one he's bringing in as a business entity from AFT, from the license that he's applying for. Our conditions are not to sale, and so we would be monitoring our own local rules. That's the same for any other conditional permit that we authorize in the city. We were the ones who have to be monitoring the conditions of any of those permits.
Yes.
I hope that answers the question on the language and stuff.
You know, I think there's other ways to meet the applicant's needs. Until getting his mail in somewhere else other than 30 miles away. I've been on planning and zoning for many years before my stint here at the council. I've never seen this before. So it's conflicting, and I would not want to move forward with this.
It is up to the council, and to your previous comment from earlier, if it is denied, it is denied. You can reapply for a permit, go through the process, but essentially, it's a cycle for it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, those are my comments.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to deny as requested.
Second.
There's a,
Question, if you don't mind. So if I do get a PO box, it'd still be within the city of Mission, would I have to go through the same process?
I don't think so.
No?
No,
I have a PO box?
no.
Okay. But also, just to
Let me clarify. So, from the city side, that's one question. From the AFT side is another question. So I don't know that AFT would let you do a PO box for your principal place of business for the type of license, so they might not let you. With respect to if you get a PO box in the city, we just have no control over the postal service systems on how those are run.
But also, I want to add, in the state of Texas, you can sell a firearm personally.
Sure, and cities can create local rules for how they operate within the city.
Okay. All right, there is a motion and a second to deny the conditional use permit as presented. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Item is denied. Thank you. Mhm. Thank you. Again, I've never seen this before. Okay, thank you. Where are we? We've been going back and forth so many times. Item 37, okay.
Thank you.
So they had to for the permit.
Mayor, City Council, Mr. Terrazas. This is discussion and possible action on matters related to the approval of resolution adopting economic development program guidelines and criteria governing agreements authorized under Chapter 380 of the Texas Local Government Code and providing an effective date. So the policy that you have in front of you establishes guidelines and criteria for what type of investments can be made on behalf of the City of Mission. regarding tax abatements to increase local economic development to the region and improve sales tax, property tax, and other hotel motel tax opportunities. The recommendation includes a $1.5 million qualifying capital investment and a $500,000 minimum committed annual payroll to be able to qualify. So you're looking at organizations that are going to be bringing jobs and strong capital investment to the region, with a recommendation for 80% of ad valorem tax, 75% of sales tax, and 50% of hotel tax. There will also be a second mechanism to be able to allow for other types of institutions that would provide value to the city, and those methodologies include conducting a return on investment analysis and a payback analysis. And that's what this policy governs. It also establishes basically different types of mechanisms and forms that would have to be created to ensure that we're being transparent and focusing on good practice when we're conducting abatements.
Okay. Any questions?
Mayor, I make a motion to approve the item as presented.
Second.
There's a motion and a second, and this would be resolution number
2077.
2077. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously 4-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, are we done with the regular agenda? Yes, okay, so there is no unfinished business. We do have a executive session items, so is there a motion to go into executive session?
I so move.
There's a motion
Second.
and a second to go into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code, Section 551.087. I think that was it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Too early. It's been 3 years. It's been a year. It's been 3 years. You're still here? Okay. Is there a motion to go back into open session?
I so move.
There's a motion
I know, I'm sorry.
and I need a
Second,
second
to come
and a
back into
second.
executive session.
Yes, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. Okay, and item number 1, which is consideration and action, if any, regarding the 388 grant agreement by and between the City of Mission and shops at 495.
Mayor, I'd like to make a motion to approve as discussed in executive session.
Second.
There's a motion and a second to move forward and move forward with the agreement as discussed in an executive session. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously. 4-0. 4-0. And on item 2, do we need a motion?
No action.
No action.
We're
Okay.
gonna be bringing that, because Ana Mizana's here, we're gonna be having a quick one-item special meeting before our council workshop on Tuesday for this same item.
Okay, before going to post tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay. Like, only executive session.
Only, well, just the way it's here, executive and then for action.
Perfect, okay.
Well, Declan, you got can you meet shortly?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to
Make a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn. Second.
There's a motion and a second to adjourn. All in favor say aye. All
Aye.
opposed say no. Motion carries unanimously.